You're about as big as the noise is. KD2 tomorrow. About 30 over, 40 over, pick one.
Smoke in here too is plus 25, NJ2US.
You're doing that right there now, yeah. KD2 tomorrow, one good one, and I'm back to that.
Hey everybody, N6tlu in the shack with
Shortwave girl.
Shortwave Girl, and today Emmy and I are going to open up this box that arrived from Texas from a fellow ham operator. It's got a little surprise in it. Do you have any idea what it is?
I honestly have no idea.
That's great. Okay. Look at there, it's a whole box of popcorn. Isn't that great? That's exactly what you wanted, isn't it? And it's multiple colors. Kind of looks like a cereal. Oh, look at there. There it is. Could it be an HP Inkjet Pro? It's a printer. Isn't that great? Do you believe it?
No.
Good. Getting closer, huh, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Cut this very carefully. Any ideas?
Nope.
Get this out of his way. Go ahead and pull that back. Careful. Careful. Alright. What do you think of that, Em? It's called a model TS-520 made by Kenwood. Okay? And this is a sideband transceiver made back in the 80s. I had one of these when I first started in ham radio. This was my Novice station. I found a guy in Texas that had this thing, and as you can see, it looks just like brand new. So I thought it'd be very cool if Shortwave Girl would be the first one that applied power. And can you verify to our subscribers, we haven't even turned this thing on yet, right? So we don't know what's going to happen, do we? But I mean, it's so pristine, it's got to be good, right? All right, so what we're going to do, this is RF gain. Looks like we are on 14 megahertz, right? Get up here where people can see you. Okay, so we're on VFO. This is the, see where it says AF gain? That's the volume, okay?
Okay.
So right there is a power switch. Go ahead and turn it on. Good sign, all right? So if we take this drive, we can peak it. Now if you go ahead and tune this. Don't be afraid of it. See if you can find somebody on there. All right, Emmy, now we are on 80 meter band. And these are actually AM guys, okay? So you can zero beat them. There you go.
But I grew up in Hammond, and I graduated from Hammond High. And
you take your drive and peak it.
when I started Purdue in the fall of the year, I was 17 years old. And that's when the courses were $3 a credit hour.
Okay.
No, $5 a credit hour, I guess it was. So a 3 credit hour course was 15.
So even though this is a sideband transceiver, you can listen to AMers on it. Pretty cool, huh?
3 credit hour courses.
So when I got into ham radio, Emmy, it was before your mama was born. Okay, so it was back like in 1982, and I had one of these radios, this same model, out at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. And I used to talk to my dad back here in Michigan. His call was N6tlu. I could talk to my dad every day from California because 10 meter band at the time was wide open, and it was so cool. I'd come home from work, I'd get on 28.350. You there, Dad? Boom. Yep. Right? It was very cool. So it's one of my most fond memories is talking to my dad on this radio. Now it wasn't this exact radio, but this radio is absolutely mint, wouldn't you say? Condition wise, it's perfect. Are you going to say anything?
Maybe.
Alright, Emmy, so I took the top off of the 520. Something you've never seen before, huh?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that crazy how it was built?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was back in the days when they really knew how to build quality stuff. I mean, look here. Here's a drive control. They actually have chains that drive the tuning capacitors. Pretty cool, huh? This here is the driver tube. That's a 12BY7, and inside of there, where it says danger high voltage, there's a pair of 6146s. Okay. This is the power transformer with all them wires. See that? And what's really nice, if you look here, you can see it has the optional CW filter installed. This radio didn't normally come with that, so that was an accessory. And back in the day, those were like $125. So you imagine that the radio only cost about maybe $650 back in the 70s, and then that filter by itself is $125, right? So anyway, this thing looks beautiful. It's not dusty. We got us a real jewel here, Em, don't you think?
Grandpa, I don't think you could build this.
No, but I bet you I know somebody that will want it when she gets her ham ticket. Here's the back side of the TS-520. It's got the accessory DC converter, which I'll probably never use. Original cord. I mean, this thing is just pristine perfect. Alright, so I'm going to pull the fan out so I can clean it up, clean the bearings and duster. But take a look inside of the RF cavity. It's got the original Japanese S2000 output tubes. Very cool. So, Emmy, what do you think of the condition of this Kenwood transceiver?
I think it's great, and we got very, very lucky.
Yeah, because they're pretty rare to find in that condition, aren't they? I mean, take a look at this thing. It is like super clean. And the VFO dial is nice and tight. There's no slop. And there's absolutely no drift when you have this thing on the air. It's amazing. All the lights are still working. The little door on the side is there, which is missing on a lot of them. And it's got the original manual. Is there anything special about that manual?
Hey, Grandpa, check this out. The original receipts are in the manual.
Really? Oh, yeah. So it was dated 12/11 of 76, bought from Madison Electronic Supply in Houston, Texas. So there it is, another great radio in N6tlu's collection. I was going to look for the MC50 mic, but I found that my old D104 that I run on my Johnson transmitters works beautiful on this thing. The guys say it sounds great, don't touch it. So I'm not going to. So hey, Emmy, what's your thoughts now on ham radio? Now that you've been on the air and messed around a little bit.
It's very, very fun, and I'd like to be a ham radio operator one day.
Cool. Yeah. And you're a natural on 10 meters. People love to talk to you.
Simple as that. And I'm on a call sign. N6tlu, I think I got. Go ahead. That's what I got, yeah.